Okay, Pam and Tom, now that we've had an opportunity to get settled here in the office, I want to take an opportunity and check on the sales process. How did it go out front?
It's great.
We really like Dwight. He's a great
He's
guy.
a good guy.
He's one of our best sales consultants. He does an excellent job. Well, our next order of business is for me to go over the process that we're going to go through in the financial services office. And here's what's going to happen. First thing I'm going to do is verify the information that you and Dwight discussed on the showroom floor to make sure I understand all the terms of your agreement today. Then I want to make sure I understand all of your needs surrounding today's transaction, and I'll match those needs with the financial services options we have here in the dealership. After that, I'll transfer all your decisions to the necessary paperwork, and it takes about 20 to 30 minutes depending on your particular questions. Sound okay?
Sure.
Okay. When we're finished, I'll send you back out to Dwight. He'll go over the operational features of the vehicle, as well as the owner's manual and maintenance schedule, and make sure that you're squared away. Most importantly from our dealership, we want you to enjoy your new vehicle.
Okay.
Sound all right?
Sure.
Let's get started. Looks like you've selected a new X3000 with a price including taxes and fees of $28,500. You have an estimated trade value of $2,500. No payoff and no cash down, which leaves an estimated balance of $26,000. Now, how are you planning on handling that balance?
We talked about going to our credit union.
Okay, and credit unions are a great source of funds. Would you like to consider dealer-assisted financing or dealer-assisted leasing?
I don't think so.
No.
You know what, if our programs didn't make sense to you, I wouldn't expect you to move forward with them. Fair enough?
Sure.
You know, based on the fact that I had an opportunity to look at your credit file a little bit earlier, it seems like you guys would be a great candidate for a dealer-assisted financing. Would you mind sharing with the reasons why you prefer to go to your credit union?
We were pre-approved last week, so our loan is all set up.
Okay, if you don't mind, I want to take some notes so I capture what's important. You're pre-approved. Go on.
We've been doing business with them for several years now, so we have a relationship established with them.
Okay, any other preferences?
It's just real easy to do business with them.
Anything else come to mind?
You think of anything else?
No.
Okay, let's make sure I've got this straight. The reason why you prefer to go to the credit union is, number one, you're pre-approved there. Also, you've done all your business there in the past, and it's just really convenient and easy to do. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Great. Well, let's chat about this for a moment. One of the things I wanted to point out about credit unions, they're an excellent source of funds. In fact, they typically approve you for a credit line. Are you familiar with how that works?
Not really.
Not really.
Well, they'll take a look at your financial situation, your income, as well as your credit history, and they'll approve you for a line of credit. What that does is allow you to have your mortgage, cars, credit cards, signature loans, that type of thing available for credit with the credit union. The bad thing about it is once you deplete that credit line, your availability of funds kind of goes away. Now, with financing the car with us outside of the credit union, that keeps that line of credit available to you. And one of the things that you mentioned was that it's easy to do business and you were pre-approved. We have a great sign and drive program here that would allow me to go ahead and do your paperwork today so that you wouldn't have to go back to the credit union and complete the documents. Now, based on the information, would you like to take a look and see what we have to offer?
You wanna look?
We'll look at it.
Okay. What I've done is I've prepared, based on your great credit, a payment for you at 6.45% interest, $532 a month for 60 months. Now, would something like that meet with your approval?
Yeah, it's reasonable.
It's pretty close to what we have at the credit union.
There's a couple of other benefits I wanted to point out to you as well with the credit union. You've got a great source of funds there. One of the things credit unions don't typically do is they don't report to the credit bureau. With going with our national lender, you'll have an opportunity to earn a national line of credit that may benefit you in the future for other purchases. Now, based upon that situation, you think we would move forward with what we have to offer?
What do you think?
That's a pretty good idea.
Okay.
Okay, great. We'll be using First National Bank, and we'll go ahead and indicate retail financing as your selection.
Okay.
Okay? Now, the next thing I wanted to do is just show you what different products were available here. What I'll do is I'll transfer this $532 payment that we discussed on this side, and rest assured you can take delivery of the vehicle today at those numbers that I've quoted you thus far. Now, these products are optional to you, and I'd like to go ahead and present them so you can see what's available to you. The first one's the Vehicle Service Contract Program. What it does is provides extensive component coverage, guards against the rising cost of parts and labor, provides towing and substitute transportation, and it includes travel protection if you break down while you're away from home. Now, if you sell the vehicle to an individual later on, any remaining coverages out there could be transferable. The next product is Guaranteed Auto Protection. That offers protection from an unexpected financial obligation in the event of a total loss or unrecovered theft. Also, it pays the covered difference between what your insurance company would pay and what's due on your retail installment contract in the event of total loss or unrecovered theft. Am I going too fast, too slow for you?
No, you're fine.
Okay, great. The next product is credit insurance, and there are two products under that particular heading. The first one is Credit Life. What that does is pays the covered balance due on your retail installment agreement in the event of your untimely death. The next one is Credit Disability. That pays the monthly payment if you're sick or injured and you can't work. And the last one is Prepaid Maintenance. That gives you oil and filter changes plus lubrication of key chassis parts, multi-point inspections, time reminders, and full-term 24-hour roadside assistance. What I'd like to do is share with you how affordable these products really are.
Okay.
The Vehicle Service Contract Program, we're going to show you platinum coverage, which is our exclusionary top-of-the-line coverage, for a term of 7 years, 100,000 miles, or a zero deductible. Now that product is $1,500, would increase your monthly payment $30. The Guaranteed Auto Protection is for a term of 60 months, the entire term of your loan. That product is $309 or $7 per month. Your credit insurance and credit credit life and credit disability, the life coverage is $640 or $12 per month. The disability is $1390 or $24 per month. And lastly, the prepaid maintenance program. We're showing you a classic program, which is your basic oil changes and filter changes for a term of 4 years, 50,000 miles, with a 3,000 mile service interval. That product is $400 or $8 per month. Now, if you would enroll in all of these products today, your new payment would be $628. Which of these, if not all, would you be interested in taking advantage of today?
What do you think?
Well, we usually get the vehicle service contract and the prepaid maintenance, so
Yeah.
we'll probably just go with those today.
Okay, I'll go ahead and circle those as your selections. Any questions on the other products?
No, I don't think
No.
we're interested in those.
Okay, and you know, one of the things I was looking at was the fact that we're not putting any money down on this purchase today, and I got to tell you, that makes you guys an ideal candidate for the Guaranteed Auto Protection coverage. Would you mind sharing with me the reasons why you're not interested in that coverage today?
Well, we already have insurance. We have plenty of coverage with our agent.
Okay, and Pam, I just want to record a few notes here. So plenty of insurance.
I don't really understand the product too much, to be
Okay.
honest with you.
Any other concerns come to mind?
No, not really.
Not really.
Okay, well, let's make sure I got this correct. The reasons why you're not interested is, number one, Pam, you've got plenty of insurance and you've got great insurance with your company. And Tom, you say you just really are not clear on how the product works. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Did I miss anything there?
No.
Okay, well, let me give you a brief explanation of how Guaranteed Auto Protection works. When you leave the dealership today, your car has a value attached to it, and what do you think is going to happen with that value over time?
Go
Right.
down.
Yeah,
it goes
unfortunately, it's the
down.
nature of depreciation. It is going to go down. And for the first couple of years, it goes down pretty rapidly, and then it starts to level off. Now, when you leave today, you'll be financing roughly $25,000. Over a period of time, that loan balance is going to go down, but it's not going to decrease as quickly as the value of the car will. So you can see here in this example, we're going to have this space in the middle, which would be a gap. Now, in the event of a total loss or an unrecovered theft, who do you think might be responsible for that money in between?
I just let the insurance company pay it.
Right.
They'll pay up to a certain amount. In fact, they pay what's called fair market value. Are you familiar with that term?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically that's a wholesale dollar amount. If they had to take the car to auction, what would it be worth? So they'll pay up to the fair market value. Unfortunately, with the nature of depreciation, the fair market value is not always up close to the payoff, so that gap belongs to you. In fact, here are some of the claims that our particular company has paid and some of the high dollar claims. You notice on the X3000, we paid up to $8,700 in gap coverages before. And you
Wow.
can see some of the other numbers listed. Now, your situation being what it is, do you think gap might work for you?
I think it'd be a good idea.
not a bad idea.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and circle that as one of your selections. Do you want me to go ahead and include that in the monthly payment, or did you want to pay cash for that?
Monthly payment would be
Yeah,
easier for
we'll
us.
go with monthly payment.
Okay. Tom, I also noticed one other thing about your profile is that you're the sole income provider in the family. Is that accurate?
Yes.
You know, that makes you an ideal candidate for the credit disability policy. Would you mind sharing with me your reservations about not going forward with that?
Well, I have insurance provided through my office.
It's a disability insurance, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Go on.
And it's pretty expensive. It doesn't cost me anything through the office. That's why I have it there.
No. I mean, we'll take our chances. We've never obviously had to use it before, so.
Well, knock
Right.
on wood, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, any other concerns?
No,
No.
I don't believe so.
Let's make sure I've got these correct. You've got disability through work, pretty good coverage.
Uh-huh.
You also think it's a little bit expensive, and you're also saying you're just pretty much going to take your chances. You're young and healthy and pretty happy about things, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, great. If you don't mind, let's chat about this. One of the things I wanted to talk about is risk. You mentioned, Pam, you're going to take your chances, and risk is a big thing out there. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, today, we know that you have excellent credit as evidenced by the financing we're able to provide for you. Would you say that your credit is one of your best assets?
Sure.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to label two columns. I'm going to call one risk 1 and the other is risk 2. Now, what would happen, Tom, to your credit if something happened, God forbid, and you were disabled and couldn't work?
Well, it'll probably get worse because I wouldn't be able to pay all the bills.
Okay. So you might be risking that asset, right?
Right.
Okay. And today, with your new deal that we're working on here, you have a $2,500 trade. What happened if you made 36 payments, for instance, and the car was repossessed? Would you get that trade-in back?
No.
No, in fact, you would lose that $2,500 trade-in. Now, over a period of 36 months, if you were paying $500 a month in a car payment, you would have roughly $18,000 invested in that car. Do you think you might get any portion of that back?
No.
Probably not.
No, unfortunately you wouldn't. Now, that would be the things you would be risking on that side if you went without the disability coverage in risk 1. Now, in risk 2, we're going to say, what would happen if you did purchase the disability coverage? Well, in fact, the only thing you'll be risking is the $34 per month to protect your great credit and these other assets.
It's
Nope.
not that expensive.
Not when you compare column to column.
So based on this information, should I go ahead and put it in your monthly payment, or would you like to pay the premium in cash?
Let's put on the monthly payment.
Okay, I'll go ahead and note that as one of your selections. Okay, Pam and Tom, let's take a look at what you guys have selected today. We started out with a base payment of $532. You selected the vehicle service contract at $30. You selected guaranteed auto protection at $7, the credit disability at $24, and the prepaid maintenance at $8. That makes your new payment total today $609. Now, the only product you didn't select was the credit life insurance. Did you have any questions about that product whatsoever?
No.
No, I don't believe so.
All right, fantastic. Let's go ahead and print your paperwork.
Great.
Okay.
Okay, guys, let's take a look at your contract here. First thing I wanted to confirm with you is that we have 60 payments at $609 a month, as we talked about on the financial options overview. Does that meet with your understanding?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. If you would, please take a look here at the buyer information. Make sure I have your name spelled correctly. Look correct. Correct address,
Yep.
phone number,
That's all right.
as well as the vehicle, year, make, and model.
It looks right.
Right.
Fantastic. Now, I wanted to cover with you the itemization of the amount financed so we understand all of the figures and terms that are in the agreement. First of all, we see our sales tax here at $1,624. That gives us a total sale price of $27,609.06. You have your net trade of $2,500 here, so it gives you an unpaid balance here.
Okay.
Now, next you'll see the premium for the credit life disability, or excuse me, the credit disability insurance, for the gap coverage, and for the vehicle service agreement. Should all
Okay.
meet with your approval?
Yeah.
And that brings our total amount financed up here to $29,236.86. Now, I wanted to go through the federal disclosure boxes with you.
Okay.
Your APR at 6.45%, your finance charge at $6303.14. Again, your amount financed $29,236.86, which gives you a total of payments of $36,540. Now, your total sale price is a combination of your trade today plus the total of payments, which comes to $39,040.
Okay.
What that means is if you go 60 months without any late fees or any additional charges, that's what you'll pay. If you pay off early, there will be a lesser finance charge.
Okay.
All right.
And again, I wanted to reconfirm 60 months at $609 a month, first payment starting the 12th of January.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Now, here are the couple of places you need to sign, and we'll give you a few moments to take a gander through the contract and make sure it meets with your approval.
Okay.
Okay, great.
All right, Tom,
Thank you, Jeff.
thanks a lot for your business today,
Appreciate it.
Pamela. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Here are your copies to take with you today.
Okay.
Now, I want to let you guys know if you have any questions whatsoever surrounding the car, service department, or anything regarding the financing or the products you purchased today, please feel free to call me.
All right.
We'll
Now,
do it.
wanted to make sure that you had my card
Okay.
Thank you.
so that you can call me. My cell number's on there as well.
Okay.
Now, at this point, why don't you and I walk out front, and we'll get you back in touch with Dwight.
Sounds good.
Okay, good.
Great.